Hello everyone, welcome back to the modern age of my one city challenge. And things are looking pretty desperate. I don't really know how we're going to win this, so I've been theory crafting overnight. Between recording sessions, I've put a significant amount of time into thinking how on earth we're going to be able to pull this off. This is the reality. I'm not sure if we can, but there is a slim chance. A slim route, a pathway I can think of that might get me there. We have 5 options available to us. Siam, Qing China, Nepal, Mongol India, and Meiji Japan. Meiji Japan is very good about building and pushing through the tech tree. Generally, very strong, neutral choice. I quite like them. If you don't really know what to do, they're normally a pretty good pick. Mongol India would involve really leaning on gold. They have the ability to produce more gold than anyone else, and you can buy straight wonders, which is very cool. Nepal needs mountains. I don't really have many mountains, but it also has a bunch of other things that involve being the smallest nation, namely some big influence boosts and some big cultural boosts. They actually are a stronger choice in this instance than you would think. Qing China is all about importing resources, getting a good chunk of different yields from doing that, gold and culture and influence, at a slight cost of some science. But otherwise, a lot of their bonuses really do get put through to towns and having lots of cities, which is a bit of a problem. And Siam really leans on influence. A large amount of influence is used to take over as many city-states as you want and to use city-states to scale. In terms of victory conditions, domination is a no-go. 20 ideology points is impossible to gain if I don't conquer, because I have 1 settlement, so let's rule that out. Secondly, culture is also impossible. You need at least 3 or 4 museums, less if you're playing Nepal, and possibly less if you can manage to get a couple of wonders with artifact slots, which let me tell you is going to be impossible given the yields of everybody else. I don't have enough artifact slots in 1 settlement to win the cultural victory. I think you need 15. The maximum I can legitimately guarantee would be about 6 to 10. Anything other than that is nigh on impossible, so culture is out the window as well. Science is possible if I go for a strong spy build. If I steal people's tech like we did in the previous age, there is a slim chance we can get a science victory. So no matter what I do, we're going to keep this as our backup option. I think this is unlikely because of the yields of the AI. They're likely to get the science victory before me, but you never know. That leads me to my most likely victory condition, which is crazy to think that I only have 1 city, economic. If I get a factory and I get a bunch of resources, I can wait maybe 70 turns or so and somehow gain all the factory points I need. Then I'd need a load of gold and influence, but it is possible. So I need a build that does economy, production, and influence in order to push my science forward. Now I'm going to go for Qing China. The ability here is to import resources, which we're going to need to do a lot because I need to gather as many resources as I can to make my 1 city a factory. I'm thinking fish is most likely going to be the thing that I need to import the most of, that this will give me gold and culture and influence from doing that. Now the influence is the big thing here. Combining this with the 25% influence in the settlement from the unique quarter, I should be able to continue spying and keep my science game high, even with the -1 science from imported resources. I think this is the choice for me. It's going to be tough. We will be spying, I will be celebrating, but are these the things that I need to do? We're going for an economic victory. Is there anything we can do to help us? Yes, I think the lantern is going to get replaced with +1 trade route limit with all other leaders. That means I can get at least 2 trade routes out. Trade routes, of course, being a lot easier in the modern age. That will help me to import my resources. 6 culture per active trade route is tempting, but I don't think that's going to be very helpful for me. Influence per age on science buildings could help. If we work on fish, I might go brush and scroll again here, just to try and really push for growth. It's easy to get in the modern age, although do we want guaranteed population? I think we'll take the guaranteed population. The other thing to do would possibly be 3 gold per age on trade routes doubled with the highest amount, which would be 6. That's a lot of gold, actually. Let's do that. Okay, we're going full trade route. Is this the way to go? Is this how you would play this challenge? The save file is in Discord if you want to have a go and show me how it's done. I also have a list of all the mods I use, but you know all that because I've told you this many times before. And you're all in Discord already, right? Right? Yes. Oh, let's get going. Turn 1. And let's have a look at the legacies because we do have some Dark Age options for us here. These are going to be relatively intriguing. 2-3 levels on all commanders, and new commanders start with 2 additional levels, but all military units cost 25% more. If you're going to go for the military victory, this is an amazing card. Explorers get 1 movement speed and unearth artifacts 50% faster, but you get less influence. I can't go for a culture victory. We can't go for a domination victory. These 2 have to be a big no. Then we get interesting. 100% 20% production and gold towards rail stations and ports, and +1 resource slots in all settlements, but minus 25% culture. Now that is incredibly tempting. That is incredibly tempting. Here is the issue. I only need 1 rail station and 1 port. That's all we need, and we should be able to get enough gold to make them relatively cheap. The resource slot would help. The good thing about the economic victory is that you only need to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 techs, and then you unlock it all. You also don't need any culture to get it properly, so I could take the loss of culture fairly well here. And again, I could try and unlock it faster by going for scientific attribute points and or lyceums. I don't think I've actually got many quarters at the moment. 1, 2, 3, that's it. So that'd be 9 science per turn. What about my attributes? Specialists, 26 science, and we could go for the alliance science, which would be huge as well. I need the 2 science points. We have 1 fish. I guess the other way of looking at this is there enough fish on the map to exploit the extra space? Because I mean, I could have gone economic. This is kind of something I was thinking about possibly doing. Resource capacity in cities. Maybe that's the way I should have gone earlier. We're too far away from that now. But is there enough fish on the map? I look at the available trade routes to me. Normally there's a ton. Okay, there's 2 fish there. That's Napoleon, who should be my ally. 1 with Xerxes, that's 3. Another one with Napoleon. Another one with Rizal. 2 with Ada. So there is actually a possible of 8 fish that we could get in. So really, I'm actually thinking this isn't a bad idea, you know. +1 resource slot. That would get me to 7. And then the port would get me to 8, 9. And then there's another building that gets me to 10. I mean, I could get 10 points per turn in my capital, which means I'd have to sit there for 50 turns, but that is possible. We're sending it. We're sending it. Economic Dark Age. I think the science would also be a really, really good option here, but we're doing it. The culture hit's pretty painful. We don't need the culture so much today. Right, let's get the grocer in as fast as we can, because the good thing about the grocer is that it triggers the science and the culture from having quarters next to my city center. 210 turns to grow? Yeah, don't blame you. That's not growing anytime soon, is it? Negative gold, negative happiness. I know. I could clear some of my old buildings by doing this, actually. That would potentially free up some happiness, but we're only taking a 20% penalty. I'm just idling at the moment. We're okay. So we need to get to mass production as fast as we can. We're opening with steam engine because I need my merchants as soon as possible. As soon as we can get traders, the better. And we're also going to open with social science to get the extra science and specialists. 46 turns means, I mean, we're going to be waiting for some time. Well, no, yeah, 46. That's horrendous. There's the happiness. That's really good, actually. So specialists are no longer a problem. Then we're going to go for some gold, and then hopefully, yeah, we're not even really that bad in economy anymore. And we're happy. Oh, goodness. What a world. So Sergeant Kibble Lover and Enrico. I think I'm actually just going to keep you home for a bit. I don't really know what you're going to do. I have an unnamed commander here. I haven't really done anything with them, so I haven't given them a name yet. They haven't had a chance to prove themselves. I think we're going to leave them unnamed until something bad happens. But here we go. Everyone just chill. We're going to be sat here for a little bit whilst we wait for everything to pan out. Napoleon, I'm going to ask for open borders. That will trigger the alliance with him. That will get that in as fast as possible. Then we need Ada in as fast as possible after that point. If people offer me research collaborations, I'm going to be 100% up for that. The gold is useful. It's not worth the influence though. Right, let's see who everyone else has gone. We want to be friends with as many people as possible. Elective Republic, bureaucratic monarchy, bureaucratic monarchy, bureaucratic monarchy, and of course Mexico's doing its own thing. If I go bureaucratic monarchy, then we can be friends with everyone. So I'm going to do that. The gold is also really useful, so I don't mind that. But yeah, we're doing this just to make as many friends as we can. I do not want anyone declaring war on me. I do not have the capacity to deal with any of that nonsense. I also would just like to point out that stealing is 240, but it will drain my influence per turn. So I'm going to wait until I get to 480 and launch both projects at the same time. Kind of do what we did before. Oh, culture. I can get 6 per turn or 18. Oh, that is good. I think I'm actually going to take this at the beginning. We'll save the influence up and go again. Trailing in civics. I know. I am aware. There's the alliance formed. Here we go. I'll accept this. 18 science. That will help me just to push me towards my merchants a little faster. In fact, I'll send one back. Really good. Huge science improvement. Okay, now we're going to save up for thieving. Don't worry, the longer I leave this, the more I will actually thieve when I do it. So I'm not too worried about having delayed that a little bit. Okay, the grocer is finished. Bit of food coming in here now. We can get a city park. It makes sense to get these sort of buildings. We'll pop it where the specialists are, just to free up that tile a little bit more. One thing I will say is it's very, very chill playing one city challenges. It's very, very relaxing compared to other styles of play. Trade routes are now being sent to me. 24 gold, that was. Excellent. I hope everyone sends a trade route to me and just floods my economy with gold. That would be amazing. Artifacts are already being claimed. I mean, we couldn't have even got to this point. You can see they're all being researched. Yeah, I think a cultural victory would have been nigh on impossible to get, even if I had the slots available. Until they introduce an ability where you can steal artifacts from other people, which they might do at some point. I don't know. That would be a sneaky thing to do. Until that sort of mechanic is in the game, unless you can get the culture at the beginning of the age, it's just not possible. Are you going to really seriously attack me here? You know what? I might actually go on a bit of a pillage. I have 2 turns until I can start making merchants. Anything I can do in 2 turns? 2 turns of research. That'll help. Are you seriously destroying my district? Seriously? Why would you be like that? That's horrible. Honestly. That's just so rude. You're down. You're just straight up being killed now. Oh, I got 1,000 gold from that fight. Yeah, I mean, saving up the gold legitimately is a good strategy here. Do I want production towards constructing fortifications or towards HUZZAH? HUZZAH are a really good defensive troop. In case I get attacked, I would like to be able to get those out. Another trade route has been established with me. That's great. Now, we have the ironworks. We have the port. Both of those need to be done. And you can see here, this is over twice the production needed to claim this port, but I can build it in the same time as the ironworks. That is the Dark Age really, really hitting in now. Minus 50%. Excellent. We should be able to make it even cheaper if we get a bunch of merchants. Goodness me, those merchants are expensive. Are they starting at 140? They normally start way cheaper than that. Fine. Get a couple of those in quickly. Now we're going down military science. Line inventory. Okay, these are tough troops, but I also have tough troops. I should be able to just fight through this pass and knock them all out with my beautiful general. I mean, this is Sergeant Kibble Lover. You can't defeat me that easily. I tell you what I could do. Enrico, could you come and just bother them from the sea as well? Thank you. We have enough influence now. I've saved up. We're having to not pile it into other people's trade deals, but I mean, you can see HUZZAH still has all of the yields. So steel tech, steel government. We're going to have to interchange it between people because he will start counter spying. We did see that last stage. They are starting to get a bit cleverer, but never mind. Enrico is here. So start to fire to let our troops advance. They didn't expect any of that, did they? No, they did not. Enrico, here's your first promotion. Bombardment, we're going to give you the +1 range as soon as we can. And now my field cannon can get involved as well. Scattered attacks on multiple people. We can clear these units with relative ease. Oh, I should have brought Enrico forward. Never mind. You cross forward. You advance. And you deposit another troop whilst you heal. Excellent. So here's the first trade route. I think fish is the easiest one to collect. We need to make sure that whatever factory resource we claim, there is at least 10 of it. That's the main thing. And then you see, there are some other ones like chocolate or coffee. I can see already 1, 2, 3, 4 coffee available. 5, 6. Okay, that might actually be a pretty decent option as well. That would be extra building production rather than growth. But I believe like a 7 of it, it's not quite enough. 2, 4, 6, 7. I think there is more fish. What to do? What to do? Okay, I will focus on fish, but I'm going to claim this route because this one contains a bunch of gold and that will help me if I need to use my golds to purchase stuff. And it gives me a tasty resource. Now, let's just watch this. My capital is probably going to take a bit of a science hit from doing that. Yep, we just lost 5 science because we're now starting import resources. That means our China ability is now beginning to kick in. Not that you can see it at all. That would be too useful. You just have to trust that it's there. Anyway, more production. Now we're going to focus on getting the fish in. That just means we can purchase stuff like ports and ironworks, both of which I might do actually. Yeah, actually that helps me to get merchants. So we'll do that and then we'll buy in the port like so. We're in. Don't think anyone is, nope, no one is suzeraning them. So we will dismantle, gain some experience and 300 culture. Is that it? It's not a lot of culture, I won't lie. Oh well, we've got another promotion. There's the +1 range. This is very handy. Leveling up my admirals, leveling up my commanders, making sure if anyone does attack me, I have options. Maybe Munich? Pillaging that would give me a bunch of science. I might just send my army around there and do the same thing. Oh, and Annie, again, we don't have the influence to claim any of these, so why be nice to them? Destroy! Yay! Right, off to Munich we go. Now to collect in the fish, starting with Napoleon. Yeah, that just gave me 10 influence. Wow, okay, the influence is starting to appear now a little bit faster. That's awesome. More of these merchants, please. And that's more happiness in the city, and more happiness in the city, which helps me to celebrate. I don't get population from celebrating anymore. It all adds up. Rizal has gone democracy. I'm actually not planning on joining an ideology. I don't think I'm going to have the civics to be able to do it, but it should help me to keep pretty stable as a relationship with everyone. See if it pays off. Lovelace, do you want to get one? Or shall I send if there's a fish route to Ibn, I might do that. There's not, but there's actually a double elephant route, which is worth doing here. Right, that'll make him dislike me slightly less, just in case he was planning on attacking me. And now we've got a bunch more elephants to make more merchants. Keep it going. My navy is actually able to help just a little bit from the shore here. Just everyone flanks around and moves in. You shall all be destroyed. Lovelace is a communist. I should have known it. But as a Bavarian unit. Okay, sorry, Munich. We're beginning hostilities with you so that we can soften you up. That's the plan. More trade routes, more whales. Social question. Okay, take a bit of a food hit and a bit of a happiness hit, and we can get some more yields in. I can actually take the happiness hit now, so we're going to do both. 1, 2, and get the 26 science and the 26 culture. Just helps the yields just to push everything ahead whilst we attempt to modernize. Quite a difficult thing to do. Enrico, you have your order promotion, so you've now got splash damage and +5 combat strength on all of the boats in range, which is lovely to see. And let's do a coordinated attack to try and break through. When you do a coordinated attack, everyone attacks with +2 combat strength. I don't know why the horse didn't join in there. It should have done, but never mind. We have the same result, and we have another dispersed city-state. Oh, actually, you were befriending that. Ada was befriending that one. Whoops. Never mind. Let's get some more influence in. We'll pretend that it didn't happen. Oh, sorry, Munich. We're doing some severe damage to you now. Silver and oil on a trade route. I'll be taking that, I think. Thank you very much. We now have 5 sources of fish. More to come, hopefully. It's the influence accumulation. Now, this is something that is genuinely very handy. It means I can keep my collaborations up, and that helps keep my relationship with people like Ada friendly. And I know I destroyed your city-state. I do feel a bit bad for that. Oh, academies. Okay, I think this was a theft. It wasn't the theft I was looking for. I'll be honest with you there, but never mind. Schoolhouse gains 9 science or +3 in all settlements. Nope, we're doing nice +9. That's great. That's 26. You know what? I'm just going to purchase this in. Bam. Oh, that's a lot of science. Okay, so we took a penalty for stealing from Rizal, but it doesn't matter. We're going to start stealing immediately. I'll try twice and then we'll move on. I don't think he'll counter spy just yet. He might do, but I might get away with it for one more turn. Fish, whales, friendship. What more does one need from a trade route? I don't know. Okay, there's natural history. I don't think this one really does much for me at the moment. Allies at war. Oh, I was sort of fearing that might happen. Okay. Okay. Natural history was stolen, by the way. Who are you at war with? Rizal. I don't know if I can afford to go to war with Rizal because I have trade routes. I'm going to have to start letting my alliances go, unfortunately, but she still really likes me. And as long as I send trade routes there, I think we can maintain positive relations. It's just going to be increasingly a little bit difficult. Let's just now shut this down. There's military science. Finished. Military academy is done. 300 science is a big chunk. Navy, let's move around. We're heading over to Annie and then possibly to Lisbon. We'll see. You see, I get a migrant for a successful mission there. What does Lantern do? If I get this without Lantern, what does it even do? I don't know. I don't think anyone truly understands what Lantern does. Very odd. Very odd indeed. Just gonna gain the production there first. Okay, industrialization. That helps me to get the rail station. We are stealing again. We need to continue stealing. Get this tech as soon as we can. It's gonna build the military academy. Our production is wild. 109 now. We're still making merchants. Still hunting down those fish. Like this one. Bam. 7 available now. Let's keep them coming in. Okay, Annie. I apologize. I know your independence is a beautiful thing, but not to me. To me, you are but a sack of yields. Juicy scientific yields ready to be plucked. I need to industrialize, and your secrets contain industrialization. This is the status, by the way. Ada's getting a lot of artifacts. I mean, she might just go and win a cultural victory. If my ally wins the cultural victory, do we take that as a good thing or a bad thing? I think we have to take it as a bad thing, but still, it's slightly funny that my ally would be the one to win it. Look at the splash damage. Oh, the splash damage is so good. Napoleon has declared war on Lovelace. No, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry, I'm staying neutral. I am not getting involved in the affairs of mortal men. I am immortal. I am like an elf, just being really smug and above everything as I trade and kill city-states because I've got nothing better to do. Well, actually, it gives me some really good yields. It's worth it for that. Yay! Oh, 900 science in an event or the influence. No, I need the science. Yeah, look at that. That just rushed through the rail station. Excellent. Right, now Lisbon is another target we could go for, but I'm wondering what other targets there are. Do they exist? How many people are there? You know, there's really not many. Yeah, we go for Lisbon. 8 sources of fish now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need one more and we can max out. That would be 9 points per turn, which would mean we would need about 58 turns in order to get the railroad tycoon, but it's possible. Sorry, Ada. No, I'm not getting involved in alliances. Leave off. I just want to be friendly with everybody. Celebration, extra gold, bigger government, extra gold. Bam, 400 per turn. That's a really healthy economy. My economy is almost as big as everyone else's. You know, this one city, it may be a bit useless in some ways, but in others, it's very strong. Not many trade routes available now, which means we have to expand our available routes. If we just have another fish route, which we do into Napoleon, we should be fine with this. Let's accept this. I like the extra influence. And bam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I thought I had one more than that. We need one more fish if we can get it, but 9 will do. 9 will do. If we can get one more, I'll take it. Oh, look at that. Extra happiness for celebrations. I'll take it. You can overbuild faster now as well. Are any of the Qing civics going to help me here? Growth rate in towns, resources? No. +1 settlement limit. Trade income would be decent. 2 culture from imported resources. Okay, that is quite good. Resources assigned to cities give food. Not bad. Happiness from resources attached to cities. Okay, there is some decent stuff in there. I think I remember, though, there was an ability to put extra resources on a city. +1 resource slot. Ah, monopolies. I'm going to go to open customs to get that 68 culture per turn. That's quite a lot. No more fish available at the moment. Fine. Let's just take the biggest route. This one to give us loads more influence per turn. Okay, let's get the museum in then. I've stolen electricity with laboratories and stock exchange. Specialist limits. Nice. Again, not really what I needed because it's up there, but it helps me just to get through the tech tree. It was stolen. Oh, it was noticed. But okay, I'm going to change over now. He knows I'm spying on him. Sorry, Ada. You're up next. You've got some good yields. Technology, government secrets. We're really just going to pilfer from everyone now. Build a laboratory with 3 adjacency. Start a quest. I can do that. Laboratory. Oh, this only has 2 adjacency. No. Oh, I should have just taken the gold. Never mind. Oh, well, that quest will never be finished. It just is. It'll just be forever now. Lisbon's actually being attacked by HUZZAH, which is amazing, which just gives my army just a little time to heal itself before we go in. Yes, I'll take your research. Thank you. I'll send one right back. She supports it. Amazing. Oh, Ada, you've just been beautiful. Thank you so much. I think Napoleon just seized a couple of cities in a peace deal there. I don't remember those being part of the Nepalese empire. Never mind. I should actually point out we've got Mexico, Uganda, Great Britain, Mughal India, and Nepal. Napoleon never really goes France, does he? Odd, that one. Very odd. Oh no, the awful university was built. Why would anyone build? I don't know. It's actually, if we take my prejudices away from this, I can barely say the word. It is a very, very good wonder for this particular scenario because you would kind of want to make sure that you had extra techs. Maybe I should have considered building it, but equally, also no. Actually, Dogo would not be a bad shout either. I might try and build Dogo. The rail station's there though. I purchased that because we're in a dark age. I can just do that really quickly. And now, again, mass production. We're heading that way as fast as we can. Just check in with this. No one's winning at the moment, but you never know. Production in a factory. I would like that, but I don't really know what factories are at the moment. And that's the problem. So I've managed to pick up only 1 source of marble in all my trading. So Dogo is going to be a slow build, but we'll try. Okay, sorry, Lisbon. I'm going to get involved now. I just need to jump through here before Rizal does, because you're trying to steal this beautiful, beautiful yield from me. and I don't like that. Yoink, 300 gold. Is it worth it? Absolutely not. There was no need to make our way all the way over here to do that, but here we are. No one's really sure how this nation has remained independent this entire time, but here we are. Somehow, with our one fleet and 2 armies, we're kind of like a city-state, a powerful city-state all of our own. Attack us if you dare. Come on, get this theft in quickly. I want to put my next spy project through as soon as I can. Urbanization was stolen. Not what I wanted, but okay, it's theft. So we were discovered. I think we immediately go back in. How long does counter spy go for? 20 turns. Rizal might have changed his mind and stopped counter spying by now. I think 2 is safe. Let's go for 2 and we'll switch over. 10 great campaigns. That's +5 combat strength. The other bit is useless, but open customs. 82 culture at the moment. It's not a bad upgrade. Espionage is through and I gain political theory. So at this point, I could, if I wanted to, pick an ideology. I don't think I want it because I want to remain friends with everybody, and there's a bit of a split between what people have gone for. We've got a fascist Napoleon. Xerxes has yet to pick. A communist Ada. Ibn has not, and democratic HUZZAH. Oh, Lovelace didn't spot me do that one though. So now we're going to use this on Ursa. Spread my spying around. A migrant, nice. Give me this tile. Oh, 2 turns until a celebration, and I believe Dogo is now going to get finished. Oh my lord, so this is the first time I've ever used Dogo in a way that's hilarious with a 1 city challenge, because this used to be broken so that every time you went into celebration, every settlement got a population. Now it's only this city, but I only have 1 city, which means my entire empire still gains a population. We've got broken Dogo again. Oh, that's hilarious and I love it. I am here for that. Right, I'm gonna buy a department store and an opera house. I really want to go on that tile. That one is for a production tile, ideally. I don't really need the production tile. Oh yeah, go on then. I'll put the opera house down on that and the department store there. Excellent. Make me some more trade routes. Let's just get these in. But we've got more space now. We have a rail station as well, so the happiness is now coming in. Celebration gives us a population, 20% extra gold. Combine that with some more gold, or up to 500 per turn, and here it is. Oh, it's joyous. What tile do I even put it on? There's so many. I think this one still remains the best. Yeah, perfect. And now that Kibble Lover's back, we're gaining 5% on all yields in this city. It was worth departing, to be fair. It's worth riding around the world. I know I've got surplus influence, but I'm spying on people. I'll need it in a bit, don't worry. Actually, this is what I also need influence for. I'm just gonna check again. Any fish routes? I don't think there are. Nope. So we're just gonna start going for the biggest ones to get the best yields for ourselves. Like so. I kind of hoped that I would be, making resources by like turn 70 in order to not let this go too late, but it's not really at the moment. I could have used a bit more luck in the techs that I was stealing. Never mind. We'll be fine. We just need to be a little bit careful. People are settling all around me now, though. It's quite good. More places to trade with. Radio stolen. Not what I need at all. Maybe I shouldn't be working combustion. What I might do, actually, is next time I steal, I'm going to be working flight and then hopefully mass production with the one, because it never actually gives me the tech I'm working on. Is that true? I don't know if that's true. That could be a load of rubbish. Don't listen to me. I'm rarely right about that sort of thing. Oh, well, I'll just start claiming some more specialists. That'll help. Look at this towel. 54 science now. Nice. Ada discovered it. No matter. Let's start stealing somewhere else. Oh no. Napoleon has got the tycoon going. Okay. 3 per turn. That's annoying. But actually it means that I could steal from him now. I could steal that tech from him. Interesting. I don't know where that leaves me, but it is interesting. Come on. Eiffel Tower would be a really good take if we could get that. Open customs. Combustion. Wait, did I just steal combustion? Hang on. That could just ruin my theory here. Pop 50% trade income in, but the spy remained hidden. Oh, I just gained tons of culture. Okay, it might start doing that for me. I guess that's fine. Oh, I just gained so much culture from that. I could just blow through some of the tree. Start heading down towards capitalism. We can get our unique district now. Let's do that. Migrant, another farm. So no, it wasn't me. So what I could do, yeah, there's only 2 options, flight and mass production. So I'm going to start working flight, and hopefully I shall steal mass production. That's the hope anyway. I mean, yeah, Napoleon's starting to really get those resources now. Look at all that culture though from imported resources. An Eiffel Tower, which gains me, I believe, culture from quarters. I have forgotten the exact benefit, but it's a pretty good one. Also, it looks really cool. This is an amazing 1 city, to be honest with you. RB Hedge has been just the best. So that's a bit of food. There was a flood, which means, okay, nothing broke. That's good. So adjacent happiness constructibles. Neither of these have a build requirement. That's awesome. So I can put them wherever, which means I'm going to pop them on this tile so that I can move that population, which is the greater thing for me. That means I've got that. Perfect. And now I can put more science. I mean, again, my city center is now doing really well. I can now rush the next celebration, which will give me another population from Dogo. And 1 turn till happiness on this stuff and the mountain resort. I could build that. That'd be cool. How long until the textile? Come on. Do that soon for me, please. 2 happiness from resources. Oh, yeah. Look at this. A celebration for more gold, an expanded government, an economic or expansionist point. Oh, hang on. Expansionist. Where are we on this tree? Settlers. I was going to say growth rate in cities would be amazing, but oh, gold for trade routes. You know what? That's fun. Ta-da! And bam. We now have 748 gold per turn. That means we are now 3rd in gold, which is a considerably large amount of gold. Over to capitalism now to get monopolies for the resource slot. People are starting to do the space race now. We stole mass production. Oh my God, did it work? It worked. Oh, my theory worked. Okay, I shouldn't have been actually teching up the thing that I needed to. That is amazing. Right. Okay, that means we can now get a factory, which I'm gonna do so that I can move the population again. Now we can start doing resources. Oh, it's fish. So everything needs to come out. We're gonna lose a lot of production. Not that it really makes a difference, but this is 5% growth rate. So we might actually start getting a few more specialists. Probably not, but that is all of my sources of fish there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In 10 turns, we'll have 90 points. In less than 60, we will have what we need. That's turn 137. The chances of the AI not winning at that point are slim. If we can pick up 2 more fish, we will shave precious turns. But I don't know if there are enough fish on the map. We'll just give it a go. Hey, I'm actually growing again, though. That's fun. So I'm gaining 9 per turn. Napoleon is on 65. We'll have a look at what he's up to next turn. Come on, somebody have fish. Please, please, please. No one has any fish. No. So 65, let the turn roll over. 74, so he's on the same points I am. So I physically can't catch him. Yay. Oh, we tried so hard. We got so far. And in the end, it didn't even matter. Hey, there is still one more thing we can do. We are still stealing tech. Maybe we can get through to rocketry. Maybe. Just maybe we can get the space race. I'm still trying. So only one person is going through it. People are getting artifacts, but the good thing is that 3 people are going for that victory. So they may get confused between them and nobody might win. That is a possibility. I just need to keep enough space here for like an aerodrome and a rocketry site. Do they have to go on like soft land? Must be on flat terrain. You know what? I might have already mucked this up. I actually left enough space here. Nope, I haven't left enough space for a spaceport. Ah, what a numpty. So I had to not place the factory there and the tenement there. Oh, what a numpty. I had space for them everywhere else as well. Okay, fine. We'll keep going for... I mean, maybe the economy is not... It could still happen, you know? Stick to your guns, Ursa. There is more fish. You see, look, every now and then, when everything feels like it's all falling off the rails, there is always more fish. There is always more fish somewhere. Just keep believing. Keep praying. I'm just going to upgrade all of my army. I've got the gold spare, and Ibn's looking a bit suspect around my borders. I'm just not feeling particularly safe. Let's put it that way. Let's just make sure that all of my units are state of the art. It's a small force, but it's an up-to-date one. Oh, it happened again. 11,000 culture stolen. I don't think any of the ideologies would actually help me with this victory, would they? I'm pretty sure there's nothing that would help me here. Not unless I was actually building projects. So no. Cool. We'll just keep going down to capitalism, man. Oh, I'm going to get a Gurkha. Yay! That's Nepal actually using their ability. That's awesome. It's a very strong unit. Nice. I will use it to defend. People settling up to my borders. I don't mind that. Game can tell me that my relationship is strained, but it really isn't. Oh, that's a card. That is a card. Look at this. Bam. Happiness, gold, everything I could ever need. Just an update. We have 100 points. I think the AI is going to win. Early space race leader. Launch pad. Oh, I know. They're all getting launch pads. I'm doing my best, all right? I'm getting my economic points as fast as I can. It's just not coming quickly enough. Oh, Ada's now on 14. 14 artifacts. I can't compete with that. that. This is a really good test, by the way, as how fast the AI wins if you leave it alone. Like, I'm really not getting involved at all, just letting it do its thing, and this is the result. This is quite the cool super city we've made, though. 61 population. If only the growth bug was still in this. This would have been 100 pop ages ago. Never mind. Okay, the first milestone complete. There is flight. I think we've probably just stolen a bunch. 7,600 science. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, that pushes us through. We're gonna try going to aerodynamics, keep research collaborating, keep technological collaborations and thefts. I fear, yep, okay, I can't even put the aerodrome down because of my things, and you can't destroy buildings. I wish you could destroy buildings. That would be so good. Like, the best I can do is I'm actually going to overtake Napoleon. I'm just hoping, beyond hope now, that the game doesn't win itself before I complete my tree. What are the chances of that happening, do you reckon? I don't know. Not high, but yeah, not high at all. We have reached the top of Railroad Tycoon. If there's nothing else that happens in this game, I can at least be grateful that we actually did start winning that. That was a success. I expect that the World's Fair will be beginning to be built somewhere. Whereabouts? I don't know. But we're all going to get invited very soon, I feel. Just shows you how important multiple cities are in all of the win conditions on this game. There is no real way of being able to specialize so that one city is able to do everything. I think it's possible. If we'd been a bit better with the theft and if I planned the city out more, maybe I could already be up to space race right now, but I think that would be really tough. What I would like to see is on Discord, if anybody else is going to have a go at this one city challenge, I want to see your attempts. Show me what you've done, because I think there are tactics here that we have yet to really truly understand. Ways around this to speed up the one city challenge. Maybe the forbidden university, which I hate to consider, but maybe that is an option. Better map, bigger map with more resources. Starting Carthage and going with America in order to have more slots available. That is not a bad idea, actually. Like right now, you can see I've already got more slots. There's no fish in the game, but that is an example. Look at all that culture. Keep stealing culture. Surely the AI is going to win soon. More space race has been done. Hey, you know, the World's Fair has yet to be completed. Maybe Ada's done the same thing I have and not left any space. I doubt that. I very much doubt that, but you never know. 3 projects, space race done. Ada, how do you want to win? Come on, just pick a victory condition and run with it. I don't mind which one you go for. Just put everyone out of their misery, please. Second milestone for Railroad Tycoon. Aerodynamics is now up. We gained 8,000 science. Yeah, we don't have anywhere near enough science. We needed to somehow get this one settlement to make a lot more, like way more. Maybe going for an ideology would have been the play. I've just avoided it because I didn't want to go to war with anybody. I wussed out. I was like, no, I don't want to. Look at this. Look at how many points I've got. Why isn't the game finished? Come on. Look at that culture. Bam. We're almost at Future Civic. If I can get a Future Civic with one city, that I'm going to claim that as like a partial victory. That would be a token victory, but it would be a victory I would claim nonetheless. Look at all my trade routes. This is great. What a trading hub we've been. Look at another settlement limit. I've got 22 now. Hurry! Isn't that exciting? It's not. Really? I thought it was exciting. Future Civic. Let's finish the game. This will end the game if I do that. And there is still a small possibility that I could do this. I probably shouldn't do that. All right, let's be sensible. As boring as that is. Someone got another fish at some point. What? I didn't even notice that. Oh, we could be getting more points this whole time. It actually shaves 1 turn off. 1 whole turn. I am actually mystified as to why nobody's won yet. Like, Ada and Rizal have been at the max for some time. Why have you not won? What is going on? I don't know. I don't care. I remain confused. Why does my city keep flooding? Don't do it. Oh, and the factory got flooded, which means all the fish have been removed. How annoying. I don't want to have to manually slot all these back in. I don't want my fingers smelling of fish. 10 trade routes with Ada. Is there a city I'm not trading with right now? I don't think there is. What a relation. We've been best buds. I've stolen from her throughout the game, but we've been best buds, and that's kind of the main thing. We're finally thinking, are we at that point finally? Yeah, the game won. It wasn't me. I was only like 4 turns off getting my great banker though. I don't know why it waited so long. That's incredible. And also it's showing me the World's Fair, which was being built. built. So, okay, it was being built eventually. There was a huge lag there. I'm not sure why it took so long, but turn 122? We were 84% of the way through the age. What would I have needed to have done to really beaten that? Quicker stealing, so more targeted technological theft, more factory slots, and a better assortment of factory goods. If I was working 12 or 13 per turn, that possibly would have done better, but then that would have needed a much bigger map. I don't know, but it's really quite close. I would have needed, because there's 5 capitals, 5 turns, and then another 5 turns to move the banker around. So we would have needed 10 turns. So I would have had to have shaved about 15 turns off. I want to see this done. I want somebody to take this save file for the modern age and make it work. I think it's possible, you know. I do think it's possible, just not like that. Still, that was very entertaining, and it makes me really appreciate how strong it is to have multiple cities. Blimey, it's so much stronger. Thank you so much for the channel supporters for that wonderful suggestion. I have a nice shiny Confucius badge now, which is great. If you don't mind liking the video and subscribing to the channel and all that lovely stuff, that would be amazing. But until next time, I shall see you later. Goodbye. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Clibben Ferdas, Poppy Dude, The Nickerman, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Toon General, Kappa Yobby Virani, The Uncivil Engineer, Radiatore, Debo91, Mushkin Mandeltort, Pete, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Indigenous 68, Teddy's Ursa, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Frankincense Battlezord, Geography Teacher, Juvara, Morax, Sinikush, Echo Bear, Deja Vu, Kovawoo, Legally Trash, Sorted Dutch, Rad Bickley, Shadow of Gaia, Flower Power Bear, Dan Jamo, Bob Tway, Abstract Fun, Slither Alley, JB Genius, Arctic Fox, Egg Shark. Thank you everyone for your support. Goodbye!